Johnny Mac with your daily comedy news. So I've been working hard on the YouTube channel for all this, audio versions of the show on YouTube. And as I was going through things, I was making an Adam Sandler playlist, and I saw that I had done a year ago an episode about Adam Sandler's Thanksgiving song, and I'm like, oh, let me pull that back out. And that was paired with a story I did about the WKRP Thanksgiving Day episode, which is a classic. So I'm like, the show's really grown in the last year. Not a lot of people heard that episode, and I'd like people to hear it. So let me dust that back off. So that's what the bulk of today is. So I'm going to replay a segment from last Thanksgiving about the WKRP special, then a bit about Adam Sandler's Thanksgiving song. Then I've got some new segments after that about the Mystery Science Theater Marathon coming up on Thanksgiving Day. So here's Johnny Mac from 1 year ago. Back in 1971, KHMO farm director Dick McHargue, that's a real name, Dick McHargue, emceed the Whole Centennial Queen Contest. He needed to fill some time before the crowning of the Queen of the Whole Centennial Queen Contest, so he told a story. It was about a radio station in Decatur, Illinois, that thought it would be a good idea to stage a promotion at a local shopping center at Thanksgiving time. It involved dropping turkeys from an airplane, assuming the turkeys would leave the plane, take flight, and land safely. This from 1971, this story. Just one problem. These were domesticated turkeys which do not fly. If this story sounds familiar to you, yes. November 27th, 1978, in an episode of WKRP in Cincinnati, General Manager Arthur Carlson is feeling a little left out of the day-to-day operation of his station since the change to the rock format. So he comes up with a Thanksgiving turkey giveaway promotion. If you've seen the episode, spoiler, you had 40-something years. They threw some turkeys out of the helicopter, and yeah, as God is my witness, turkeys don't fly. Vulture wrote about this episode. It is called Turkeys Away. WKRP newsman Les Nessman is broadcasting live from the Pinedale Mall as it becomes clear what Mr. Carlson has done. In real time, everyone realizes Mr. Carlson has chosen to drop 20 live turkeys from a helicopter with a Happy Thanksgiving from WKRP banner attached to it above a busy shopping center parking lot. This does not go well. I'm laughing. I'm remembering a joke not recaptured here in Vulture where Les Nessman is like, and there's a banner coming out. It says, Happy and he can't figure out. He's going, Thanksgiving from WK. And you picture everybody else in the seat is like going, RP, come on, get over it. It's really funny. If you've ever seen the video of the Hindenburg disaster, Les Nessman basically starts aping that, going, the turkeys are hitting the ground like sacks of wet cement. When his feed cuts out, Dr. Johnny Fever, running the board back in the studio, goes back to music saying, thanks for that on-the-spot report, Les. For those who just tuned in, the Pinedale Shopping Mall has just been bombed with live turkeys. According to the oral history of the episode, Hugh Wilson, the WKRP creator, said he based the plot on a similar promotion spearheaded by a station in Dallas, while staffers at an Atlanta station said that they once threw turkeys out of the back of a truck in a promotion that also went awry. Both those stories are different than the one I told you about earlier in the episode. Part of the brilliance of the episode, we never actually see a helicopter or any turkeys hitting the ground. The entire picture of the scene is painted through Les's words and tone, which escalate quickly from calm and newsman-like to absolutely panic-stricken. It works better without us witnessing what happens, as we would if we were listening to Les on the actual radio. We're guided through the story primarily by Sanders' vocal expression, a wonderfully appropriate touch for a show about a group of people attempting to assert the relevancy of radio. From Rolling Stone, why Adam Sandler's Thanksgiving song is a holiday classic. How about Johnny Mac putting together a themed episode today, huh? Some credit. Rolling Stone writes, there's so much to love about Thanksgiving, the piles of food, the expressions of gratitude. Do you hear me ripping off Trevor Noah's cadence here? That uncle that still tries to get a pull his finger, the 4-day weekend, etc. And yet, this late November Feast of Gluttony is the most underserved among the major U.S. holidays when it comes to songs. There's only one Thanksgiving song deep enough to rip the multi-layered joys of Turkey Day, and that's Adam Sandler's The Thanksgiving Song, a.k.a. Happy Thanksgiving. Rolling Stone says, sure, the comedian's Hanukkah song gets all the love. You know, there's not one, there's not two, there's not three, there are 4 Hanukkah songs. But his Thanksgiving Day tune, which debuted November 21st, 1992 on SNL, wow, then appeared on his 1993 album, They're All Gonna Laugh at You, maybe even better. I didn't realize that song was that old. I thought it was like new-ish. Wow. Rolling Stone breaks down the lyrics. Love to eat turkey because it's good. Love to eat turkey like a good boy should. One of the most important rules of songwriting is to open with a line that your listeners can immediately relate to, and who doesn't love to eat turkey? Unless, of course, you're vegetarian or vegan, in which case you can easily substitute tofurkey without messing up the rhyme scheme. Genius. Turkey for me, turkey for you. Let's eat the turkey in my big brown shoe. Boy, Adam Sandler is hilarious. Rolling Stone writes, after finding common ground with his listeners in the first verse, Sandler throws a curve with a non sequitur, clearly influenced by the surrealist movement of the 20s and 30s. Andre Breton would surely be proud. Rolling Stone, better than Adam Sandler at writing, I'm finding here. Love to eat the turkey at the table. I once saw a movie with Betty Grable. Rolling Stone analyzes that line, saying Betty Grable famously had $1 million insurance policy taken out on her legs by 20th Century Fox. Sandler here may be subtly comparing the flavor of a roast turkey leg to the deliciousness of Grable's gams. I love what they're doing with this article. Eat that turkey all night long. 50 million Elvis fans can't be wrong. Rolling Stone says it's no coincidence that Sandler salutes perhaps the greatest of the King's greatest hits compilations. 1959's 50 million Elvis fans can't be wrong. Thanksgiving was a big holiday for Elvis. Not only could the man put away some serious grub, but 6 of his films were initially released on Thanksgiving Day in order to cash in on the long weekend. Well played, sir. Some classic Adam Sandler lyrics here, and you guys know, if you listen to the podcast, you know I love Adam Sandler and find him hilarious. How could you not, with lyrics like turkey lurkey do and turkey lurkey dap? I eat that turkey, then I take a nap. Rolling Stone reminds us, Sandler invokes the time-honored Thanksgiving tradition of sacking out after dinner. Thanksgiving is a special night. Jimmy Walker used to say, dynamite. Whew, anything that rhymes, Adam Sandler. Turkey with gravy and cranberry. Can't believe the Mets traded Darryl Strawberry. That's kind of a little dated now, Adam Sandler. Turkey for you, turkey for me. Can't believe Tyson gave that girl VD. Also kind of dated. No, Mike Tyson jokes? White meat, dark meat, you just can't lose. I fell off my moped and I got a bruise. Another important public safety message from Sandler, who knows firsthand the dangers of operating a vehicle or other heavy machinery immediately after ingesting thirds at the dinner table. Turkey in the oven, buns in the toaster. I'll never take down my Cheryl Tiegs poster. Wrap the turkey up in aluminum foil. My brother likes to masturbate with baby oil. Rolling Stone says, finally, someone has the guts to come out and admit in this world that, yeah, that popular item used to soften the skin of infants has more than one usage. Let's leave that there. This is a holiday episode of Daily Comedy News. This just went dark. Turkey and sweet potato pie. Sammy Davis Jr. only had one eye. Despite his injuries, the man behind the Candyman made an impressive comeback, which Adam Sandler clearly believes should serve as an inspiring lesson for us all. My favorite kind of pants are corduroys. And let's head for home with Adam Sandler's classic lyric. He's like Lennon and McCartney combined into one with gobble gobble goo and gobble gobble gickle. I wish turkey only cost a nickel. Whew, great job, Adam Sandler. Happy Thanksgiving. In the not-too-distant future, Thursday, Mystery Science Theater 3000 will stream its annual Turkey Day marathon of classic episodes. This year, the stream has 10 episodes instead of the usual 6. MST3K made the announcement on Twitter via a trailer narrated by Penn Jillette. This year's marathon is the first to be released on the Gizmoplex. That's their new streaming platform that was used to release this year's 13-episode 13th season of MST3K. The show had been on Comedy Central all those years, and then it got picked up by Netflix and got canceled, and now it's on the Gizmoplex. The marathon will also be available on Twitch and YouTube, which is awesome. Here's the rundown. Some of the episodes included The Sword and the Dragon, The Starfighters, Catalina Caper, I love that title, The Horror of Party Beach, Santo and the Treasure of Dracula, Beyond Atlantis, Warrior of the Lost City, City Limits, Parts the Clonus Horror, and Mitchell. How many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's all 10, guys. Well, there you go. Now you know all the titles. Johnny Mac, why don't you pre-read the articles? Because that's not as much fun. The Turkey Day Marathon began in 91 when MST3K was still on Comedy Central. The marathons ran annually until 95 when the show switched to Sci-Fi Channel. Forgot about that, and that had Replacement Crow. I didn't like Replacement Crow. Sci-Fi did air one Thanksgiving marathon in 97, but the tradition lay fallow until 2013 when Shout Factory acquired the home media rights and revived the marathon by streaming 6 classic episodes every year. The 2022 MST3K Turkey Day Marathon streams Thursday, starting at 7 a.m. Eastern. So when your wife is upstairs in the kitchen getting everything ready and she's like, what are you doing? You can be like, I'm watching Catalina Caper with 2 robots and a deadpan guy telling jokes. What do you think I'm doing? That's your comedy news for today. Follow the show for free on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Spotify, wherever you get your shows. See you tomorrow.